It has been said that if you take someone's life, you must look them in the eyes. You must come face to face with their humanity. You have to be willing to see their light dim, their soul fade. You are forced to watch them drift into the past. Watch them graduate to a memory. As you close the book to their life stories, your bloodied hands ripping out the pages of all of their goals and their dreams, their potential and their possibilities, their cameos and tales that can no longer be told, anecdotes and hope now translated in history. Death is the fruit that we bear from irrational fears of what we choose not to understand, blind religious fervor and patriotism, systems that sell freedom at the cost of your freedom, when by definition freedom was always meant to be free. This is not a game of battleship or capture the flag. I declare war are actually fighting words, and instead of using our words, we're actually fighting. The weapons of our warfare have proven to be carnal as hell. Don't tell me about a spiritual war when people are matter-of-factly dying. Why are we not more uncomfortable with the carnage, with the burning of flesh, with the spilling of blood, the veins and arteries of our earth poisoned with rituals of ignorance and apathy, and then we wonder how people are left no longer breathing, hearts no longer the beating drum to the theme song that we call life? Why are we not more uncomfortable with the destruction of millions of tomorrows? Grown folks instructing children to play nice while simultaneously using them as pawns in their game of chess. We have sacrificed enough trying to protect the queen, dying to protect the elite. Who will protect the future? So I dare you to look them in the eyes before you snuff out their lights, before you silence their voice forever, before you go home and kiss your children while mothers and fathers are left to mourn, sons and daughters orphaned. I dare you to see their humanity, to imagine the amount of times their foreheads were kissed by their fathers as they prayed to a God of a different name but loved the same exact way, through bedtime stories and tickle fights and that first conversation about sex. How beautifully awkward that may still be in every language. How they didn't know that the first time they tied a tie would be their last. That they'd never received word of their college acceptance. How they'd never finally decide the name of their first unborn in the celebration they would have when they would share that family dinner with just the push of a button or the pull of a trigger. We command death. And although he may never speak, he always listens. We have turned toys into weapons of mass destruction and call it efficient, melanin into targets and call them isolated incidents, places of worship and schools into battlegrounds, countries into purgatory, as if we are the gatekeepers to heaven. Meanwhile, all we breathe is hell. It is no longer acceptable to call the damage collateral when we all pay the price for humanity. Fear is tired of being the scapegoat. When will we take responsibility for spraying bullets and calling them seeds? They will not grow, but what we sow, we will reap. Why are we not more uncomfortable with the harvest of death? Is it because we refuse to look each other in the eyes? And is it because we have not truly looked at each other that we have yet to find God? Thank you.